Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Jennifer Forrester. Everybody calls me Doc, and this is my channel, Doc Beauty, Health, and Wellness. Well guys, it's been like 2.5 weeks since I've posted. I have missed you all very much. It has been insane. And I had all of the intentions to use my weekends to film, because that's what I do. I usually film for a whole week on the weekend so that I can juggle everything, so I could juggle everything else in my life. But the starting of school has been a little crazy, and so I've had to take the weekend to use that time to plan and bob and weave. So today's video is a get ready with me to catch up. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you are not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and join the Doc Beauty Health and Wellness family. We have a lot of fun here on my channel. It's very relaxed, laid back, down to earth. And without further ado, let's get rocking and rolling. So it is later in the day, and I have switched from coffee to my big water. So I'm doing really well on my water intake. I have already also done my skincare and my primer, and I do want to show you guys. I am in love with this e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer, and my color is cream. So I have that on my eyelids. It is very dry. So if you already have dry eyelids, I would not recommend that primer for your eyes. But I have very oily eyelids, and it's perfect for me. And then for the primer for my face, guys, so in love with this. It is the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. All right, super in love with it. And I am going to be trying out some new things today and just catching up. So, what's been up with you guys? Comment below if you are parents, teachers, students. How has the beginning of your school year been? Let's see. So as a teacher, I'm going to start off with my foundation is the Flawless Satin Foundation, the e.l.f. Foundation in the color Sand. So we will see if this color's for me. So as a parent, the beginning of school has been a little crazy, but that's okay. That's how it goes. And JD, my oldest, who turned 11 yesterday, he started middle school, which it's been okay because, he ended up the school year online, so he started middle school online. So that's been okay. And my youngest, Frank, who is 3, he started a new preschool program. And he started off, this might be a little dark. He started off fine. And then all of a sudden he started having severe separation anxiety, guys, severe. And so I was a little surprised by that because he's been in some kind of daycare or preschool since he was teeny tiny. So I was really surprised that he was having issues. So that was a bit of a surprise for me as a mom. And again, my boys are my first, actually this color looks really good. My boys are my first priority, my top priority. They are my life. And when any of them, either one of them, both of them, are out of whack for whatever reason, it breaks my heart. It just absolutely breaks my heart. So little Frank, my husband does drop off in the morning because I start so early. And little Frank has just been, y'all, a hot mess. So for the first week back, my husband was just taking Frankie, to preschool. We call it new school, to preschool. And he would he would cry in the car the whole way there, and the preschool's close to our house. And David's just baby, I don't know what's going on. And he would just hug his neck. But then I do pick up in the evening or in the afternoon. It's not evening. And he's fine. And he's had a really good day. Just kind of checking the foundation. I'm going to put a little bit more on my forehead. So, I could not figure out, what was going on. But then I've come to realize that it's separation anxiety. I mean, it's like classic separation anxiety. Because when I would pick him up, his teacher would come out, he had a great day. I really love his teacher. She is well versed in early childhood education. Like when they have behavioral issues, in the class, and this is 3.5, 4-year-old class. Excuse me, they do like things like role play, which I absolutely love. That they approach things that way with the kids. I really like that they're, the first thing that they don't jump to is like timeout. They talk through it. They have the children talk about why they're choosing, and I like the verbiage they use, choosing to behave that way. Because well, maybe not at 3.5, but they're learning that behavior can be a choice, which I really love. And that is so true. No matter what age you are, you need to learn that it's a choice. You are choosing to behave a certain way. I'm going to take my sponge and just kind of press everything in to get rid of those brush strokes, if there are any. So that was his first week. And then the second week, so again, my oldest doesn't start middle school, he's a late start middle school, so he starts at 9:15. So he started riding in the car with little man and my husband for drop off, and that went way better. We also have to kind of fibble a little bit and tell Frank that we are all leaving the house, that he is not the only one leaving to go to work. So that's hard. I don't want to not tell him the truth. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I really like this, by the way, guys. I've worn it a couple times. I'm trying to figure out my perfect shade. So I'm looking off camera. This looks good. I'm shooting today in natural light. I also have the color Buff, and I've been wearing that. That's a bit lighter. So I still have a little kind of summer color. I wouldn't call it a tan, but I still have some summer color. And so I think sand is going to be like, once all the color is gone, then I will move to Buff. So Frankie's adjusting. And then we talk about, you go to school Monday through Friday. It's your job. Everyone, you're so lucky to be able to go to school. A lot of children don't get to go to school at this age, things like that. So just really trying to get him to understand that it is a privilege to be able to go to school. I am using the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in the color Sand, because I'm going to use something else to brighten up my eyes. And then, okay, so teaching online is not something new for me. Okay, I've been doing it for a long time as a professor. So online education is not new for those of us who come from higher ed or are in higher ed. So, and the LMS, the learning management system that we use in my district, is Canvas, and I use that at the university. So I'm coming in, and this is like, it's not new, right? I'm used to everything. I understand how to use the system. So there wasn't really a learning curve for me. Now, for many of my colleagues, there is, and I feel for them. I understand. I've been there. When I started as an assistant professor at the University of Wyoming, Canvas I've already been through my learning curve with online, that learning management system. So, I'm department head, and I'm also the PLC lead for our science, and so I'm trying so hard to just reach out and to help my department, which I have the best department ever. I have the best everything ever. I'm so lucky, guys. I love where I teach. I love my admin team. I love my colleagues and my teacher friends. I love my students. OMG. I'm very lucky. So, I can feel everyone else's stress, which I hate. I hate that. For my under eye powder, I'm going to use the Pat McGrath Labs in the shade Light. So like I feel everybody else's stress, which again, I hate that they're stressed. But I get it. And then my mom, my poor mom, she's an administrator. She's still working. She loves it. And, you know, I'm just here for her. And I just hate, I just hate the pain and the worry that my friends and my colleagues and my family members who are in education. My sister-in-law is also a teacher. I have a woman who I love dearly who saved my life when I was a teenager. She got me into the church. She is, for all intents and purposes, my sister. She's also an educator. And so I just hate what everyone's going through. Then our first week with kids, the state system, NCED Cloud crashed a couple of days, which means you can't get on and do anything online, like can't do the work. So that was frustrating. Canvas has crashed a couple times. That's frustrating. So yeah, you know, so some frustrating things have happened, which just got to bob and weave, guys. You know, you can talk about how it's frustrating and then you figure out a way around it. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. So, oh, this is everywhere. Ah! It's going everywhere. So that was some of the stuff in terms of, you know, the technology, starting of the school year, that kind of stuff. So that's like statewide, right? The technology crashes. Then we pay extra. I knew that, you know, once the state made the decision that we were going to be online, David and I said, you know, there's going to be 3 of us working from home. You know, it's very important that we are all able to access what we need to access online, blah, blah, blah. So we decided to pay for the 400, 500 megabytes or something. The expensive internet from Spectrum. It gives you the most speed, download stuff, whatever. My husband's a computer guru, so he's a computer engineer for his living, so he knows all the ins and outs. Well, it hasn't been working. So I cannot tell you how many days I'm literally running class. Thank God my phone works as a hotspot, and I have been using that many of the days. So Spectrum has been out here. I will say that they've been great. They've sent techs out here. They sent another tech out here today. We've had like 3 techs out, I'd say, in the last 2 weeks. And I know that, you know, they're dealing with a lot of people being online in the city of Charlotte because of, you know, online learning. Everybody's working from home, things like that. So I get that they are dealing with some things. And they even say, you know, we're trying our best. We're trying to get stuff fixed. So the guy who came out today David asked for a lead tech. So the guy's been doing it for 9 years. And they replaced the cable that runs from like the road, I guess, to the house. So I'm really hoping that fixes it. Fingers crossed, y'all. Next, for my bronzer, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in the color medium. So it's number 2 medium, which this is my new, I love this. Charlotte's so expensive. She is super expensive, but can I just tell you guys how much I love her products and how wonderful they work. I'm also using my Retro Paradise e.l.f. brush set. It's so cute. So yeah, so like internet will totally drop at my house. I scream, JD screams, and David screams. Because all of us lose internet. So we're just like, ah! Literally, that's the sound we make. And then poor David has to get on the phone when he's trying to work too and call Spectrum. So, you know, what you gonna do, guys? What are you gonna do? Oh, y'all, this bronzer, number one, it matches me so well. like my coloring. I love it. It's easy to build. I like that it's huge. There's a lot of product. Just looking off camera in a mirror. Okay. So yeah, hopefully after the tech came out today, whatever is going on has been fixed. Fingers crossed, y'all. Fingers crossed. So yeah. Yesterday was JD's birthday. I cannot believe my baby's 11. So that was so much fun. We've kind of been celebrating all weekend. Which again, I like to do that, guys, because, you know, we don't have much. Like, we are a family that can provide for our children. We are comfortable, you know, middle class, the last of the middle class, I guess, lower middle class families. That's what we are. And so, like, we can provide extras when we save, so like Christmas gifts and birthday gifts and stuff. So what I like to do because of that is like draw it out and celebrate the whole weekend, if that makes sense. Because that way I'm hoping that JD, like the things that he has are like more than it seems. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to be smart, you know, and utilize, you know, the things that we have. But we saved up and saved up and saved up, and we got the boys these little like RC car things. David's into RC cars, and we got the baby one too, because he is going through this thing. Whatever JD has, he has to have, and so we wanted it to be a positive experience for both boys. And then, you know, we told Frankie that this is part of his birthday. His birthday's not until October. And so we were like, you know, you're getting some of your birthday now. And he's like, okay. So, you know, hopefully he goes with it when it comes around to his real birthday. So we will see. All right, guys. Next, I am using the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush. In the color Always Spice. And I really, really have liked using these blushes recently. And this, guys, it's really pigmented. So I'm going to look off camera. And I'm just kind of following my cheekbone. Trying to keep it out of the hair. Okay, so I'm using a mirror off camera. And again, guys, it is pigmented, which I've been impressed with. Okay, now I'm really just gonna kind of buff that in. And I'm bringing it all the way up my temples, guys. And you'll see when I do my eye makeup, I do something with it. The fact that I'm bringing it all the way up. So just taking my sponge, pressing it in all over the face. And I know, guys, that looks really like pigment, like I said, pigmented, but it'll work out. It will not calm down. Okay, so, you know, you're like, oh, it'll calm down throughout the day. No, this blush stays, which I love. And my hair is growing out, which I think I'm going to grow it long. So when Frankie was born, which was almost 4 years ago, my hair was like down to here. And I was still coloring it at that time. I just now let it go gray. But it's very curly. It'll curl in ringlets. All right, I'm going to check my progress off camera. Look in the mirror. Oh, guys, I just think it's These colors are great. I always get makeup in my hair. And it was never an issue because I had, you know, dark hair because I colored it. But now, it's like I'm coloring my hair. Those of you with light hair, either gray or blonde, I mean, what do you do to get the makeup out of your hair? Or are you so good you don't even get makeup in your hair? Yes, I bet you guys are. All right, so next I'm going to do my eyes. And I'm picking up the bronzer and I am going to work that into the crease on both eyes. And I'm also, guys, I'm working it above the crease a little bit. I'm bringing it out back into the temple. Okay, so that it's just gonna melt. Okay. Yeah, so that was the internet stuff. But you know, we bob and weave. Oh, and let me tell you guys what I can about my students. I love them. So the majority of my students are freshmen. I teach in the Freshman Academy. I'm teaching Earth Science this first semester. And oh, guys, I just love my kids. I do. I tell them every day. I know they think I'm the crazy old science lady. I know they do. I'm just going to press that in there on that temple. Help that melt. But I do. I'm like, every time we hang up or I dismiss them from class or whatever you want to call it, I'm like, bye guys, I love you. And they're so cute. They're like, bye doctor. And I know, oh my gosh, guys, I had one kid call me a frog. She thought she was muted, but she wasn't. And she was like, yeah, this is my teacher. She looks like a frog. And in my head, I was like, you know, that's not the worst thing I've been called by a student or a colleague. So I'll go with it. That's okay. I'll be a frog. Dr. Forster the frog. So I kind of called her out on it though. And I know I shouldn't have done that, but I was just like, hey, you're not muted, ribbit, ribbit. So she handled it. She was like, sorry, doc. And I was like, whatever, kiddo. All right, guys, the next thing I'm going to do for my eye look is I'm going to pick that blush back up. Remember how pigmented it is, okay? So I'm taking my blending brush again, and I'm picking up product, tapping it off. All right, and then I'm going to go right here just along, just like this. Yep, so kids have been great. I'm really enjoying like a lot of the digital learning tools that I'm using. So anybody else out there who's an educator, Book Creator has been my go-to. Oh, and Go Formative, love it. I think the kids that are enjoying it too. I mean, literally some of them have said, I like doing my exit tickets this way. So I really like it. It's just been great. I think I just blocked you guys. Sorry about that. It's been so long since I've done my makeup in front of a camera. Oh, and guys, I hate that. I hate not being able to film. Like, because you guys know this is what keeps me sane. This time with you. Does that sound strange to anybody else? It used to, but now with so much that I'm doing digitally and online, it doesn't feel strange when I say that. Or when I even think about it like that. Seeing you guys, I feel like I'm spending time with you, even though I don't see you. Comment down below. How has being online either for work or school or just in general through the pandemic, how has that changed the way that you view the virtual world or even the real world? Okay, guys. Just checking stuff out. Looks good. The next thing I'm going to do for my eyes, it's the Charlotte Tilbury Jewel Pot. This is in the color Walk of No Shame because that's the only one we get in the States. This is delicious. So I just take it and open it up. It has a gorgeous top. Take out this little thing. Keep it. Do not throw it away. And then I use my finger. I'm going to rub my finger in it. Oh, is that not gorgeous? And it goes over this lid. It's going to go all over my lid. And I love how it looks with that blush. Look at that, y'all. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, guys. The next thing I am going to do is my gel liner for my lower lid, my lower waterline. And this is in ColourPop Cream Gel Liner BFF. And I cannot talk while I do this because I am not that talented. So I'm going to go ahead and do my highlight. I love this highlight. This is the Huda Beauty highlight. It says Flora, but it's the Nymph All Over Highlighting Powder. It is amazing, and I love it. I just think that that is so beautiful, guys. Just gorgeous. I don't know if anybody, any of you watch Manny, M-U-A. He is hilarious. Every time he says gorgeous, he says Gorga. And so, like, I'm literally in my head saying Gorga. Gorga day. He says at the beginning of his videos. Just kind of pressing that in with my sponge. Pressing everything else in. All right, guys, real quick, I'm going to hop off camera and do my brows because, yeah. But I do have to say that I have been using the Benefit Brow Pencil, Precisely My Brow, in the color gray. I did not think it was going to work, and it has been Gorga. And then I'm doing the Brow Micro Filling Pen. And this one is like light brown. Yes, light brown. And it works great. And then, guys, I'm doing the 24-hour Brow Setter, the clear gel. OMG. First of all, I love the applicator. And then it works. So I will be right back with brows on. All right, guys. Those are the brows, which I am trying, you know, the fluffy look with the pen. But I really love that gray color. I'm just loving that gray color. Sorry, guys, my hair is still kind of a little crazy. You know, it's growing out, but it's crazy. All right, for my mascara. I jumped on the bandwagon, y'all. Lash Freak, Urban Decay, been loving it. So, you know, talking about going back to school and getting ready and everything with the internet and with the boys, and it's just been insane. I am still adamant about my time with my makeup and my skincare, and my husband is so supportive, and he helps me out with the boys, and you know, he'll do stuff with them while I get ready, or he'll do bath time so that I can do skincare. So it really, I don't care who your partner is in life, guys, but they need to really understand what your needs are for self-care so that they can help you meet those needs. Especially if you do have children or you are a caregiver, not even children, but like what if you're taking care of, you know, cousins, nieces, nephews, elderly parents, whatever the case may be. Just make sure that you have a life partner that helps you, is truly a partner. So I got to give props to Dave. He's there when I need him. He really is. So I am going to, again, hop off camera to do this because I can't talk and do mascara at the same time, and I make weird faces. So I will be right back. All right, guys, and voila, we have lashes. So for my lips, I am using my e.l.f. Retro Paradise lip pencil that came with the collection. And this is the darker chocolate or darker brown. So I'm going to throw this on. All right, guys, and the lipstick that I'm using today is Maybelline, the Cream Matte. I am in love with this, you guys. And this is in the color Naked Dare, and I have totally ordered a backup already. Guys, this lipstick feels so good on my lips. So good. It's so creamy. It's got shea butter in it. Love, love, love. And then, last but not least, for my gloss, this is Mocha Twist. This is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss, which I have been also loving. All right, guys, and this is my look for today. So thank you all so much for stopping by. I'm going to just pat this in a little bit, make sure everything melts into place. Guys, I really missed you. So thank you so much for stopping by and getting ready with me today. And sorry I didn't have coffee because you guys know it's usually coffee with Doc. But we had water and caught up on some things. And I hope everyone's school year has started well. Everyone is winding down summer. I hope everyone is happy and healthy and safe as you can be in these times in our world. And I love you all. Again, if you enjoyed today's video, please click that like button. And if you would like to join the Doc Beauty Health and Wellness family, please click subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.